Hey, one more time. It's your teacher Sophie, and in this video, we are going to go through the reading lesson or the story, discuss the main idea of each page, shed the light on some important points, and give you the meanings of unfamiliar words. Finally, I'll explain the comprehension questions and give you clear instructions so that you can solve the worksheet easily. Okay? As we said, the title of this lesson is Nail Soup. Let's have a look at the illustration. I see a man holding a stick, talking to a little boy, right? I guess this kid is his son. The poor kid is putting his hand on his stomach or belly because maybe he's hungry. I can also see trees behind them, a field behind the boy, and a farmhouse. So I guess they are in the countryside, right? Yes. Okay. Here you need to listen carefully in order to pronounce the new unfamiliar words correctly. Okay, so a friend of mine is going to read the lesson for you. Please open your ears in order to know how to pronounce these new words, okay?
Genre, folktale, nail soup. Once long ago, Papa and I were walking for miles on a long and winding country road. Finally, we approached a large farmhouse surrounded by fields of healthy vegetables. Papa, I'm so hungry, I said. Papa patted my head and winked. I smiled and nodded back. I admired my papa. I knew he would find a way to get us a warm meal. We knocked on the door, and a well-dressed man and his wife answered. Hello, said Papa. My son Eric is hungry. Could you please spare a morsel of food? The man shook his head. We have lots of food, but we cannot afford to give any of it away, he said. Well, I could cook my flavorful nail soup if you would donate a small cup of hot water, said Papa. The woman looked at her husband. Soup from a nail? She said, that's impossible. But the man's curiosity overwhelmed him, so he brought a small cup of boiling water. Papa carefully took out a long crooked nail and with one graceful motion dropped it into the cup. He stirred the cup of hot liquid. This is beginning to smell wonderful, said Papa. I smiled at Papa. He was clever and charming, and my admiration for him grew. He could do anything. Then I remembered something he taught me. Papa, it is impolite for me to eat nail soup without offering some to everyone, I said. But there is such a small amount here. We can't let the boy eat alone, said the man to his wife. We can spare more water. The woman filled a big pot with water and put it on the stove. When the water boiled, Papa placed the nail into the pot, stirred, and sniffed the air. The aroma is good, but it would be much more aromatic with an onion. Have you any old onions? The woman gave Papa 3 small onions, and he dropped them into the pot. Papa, remember how luscious nail soup was with carrots? I asked. The man jumped up and pulled 4 plump carrots from a large basket of vegetables on the floor. How about some beets and cabbages too, he said. I can spare a few of those. And here are some potatoes and green beans, the woman interrupted. They are healthful and nutritious contributions. We grow them ourselves.
I guess in the field that we saw.
Papa dropped the vegetables into the boiling water while the man grabbed a variety of spices and meats. Here, add these too, he said enthusiastically. Soon the soup was ready and we sat down to eat. I knew the man and his wife would enjoy nail soup. This soup is amazing, said the woman, and all from just one nail and a pot of boiling water. by her amazement, but as usual he had the perfect answer. What did you expect? He said. I told you it would be flavorful. The man and woman smiled. We just didn't know that sharing a little of our great wealth would taste so good.
Now, as I said, let us discuss the main idea of each page and shed the light on some important points. And let me give you also the meanings of some unfamiliar words. Page 263. What can we say here? Once long ago, Papa and his son, Eric, approached a large farmhouse and asked for a morsel of food. Ooh, let's check this word. Farmhouse. This is one word, but I guess it's composed or made up of two words, farm plus house. Did you take this in phonics last week? Yes, we did. What do we call such a word? It starts with a C. Compound word. Let me check it. You, woohoo! Yeah, and that's the farmhouse we're talking about. Great. What about morsel? What's the meaning of morsel of food? Was he asking about a great, huge amount of food or a small amount of food? Let us check. Morsel means a small amount of anything, and here of food. Let's continue. Why did they ask for a small amount of food? Because the boy or Eric was so hungry. But the owners, I mean the man and his wife, refused, said no, refused to share their food. So Papa aroused the man's curiosity by asking for a small cup of hot water to cook his flavorful nail soup. Uh-huh. And let me tell you something. Eric knew that his dad would find a way to get them a warm meal because he admired and trusted his dad a lot, very much. Yeah? Yes. Page 264. What about this page? In this page, we can say, Papa dropped a long, crooked nail into the cup. He dropped something, an object, a thing, and it's a nail. Okay? What can we say about this nail? It was long and crooked. What's the meaning of crooked? It means curved or twisted. And the son interfered to say something that his father told him about. About what? Offering and sharing food. And that made the man bring a big pot of water in order to have enough amount for everyone. Later, the father made a smart move. By what? By sniffing the air, inhaling, smelling the air, while stirring and asked for onions for more aromatic smell. So, what do I mean when I say crooked? It means curved or twisted, and sniffed means inhaled. Page 265. After that, the man and his wife got a lot of healthful vegetables and meat and added them into the pot enthusiastically. Oh, what's the meaning of this word? Eagerly. At the end, the soup was ready, and all of them sat down to eat. This experience taught the man and his wife a lesson that they won't ever forget about the importance of sharing. Let us read together the last sentence here, okay? We just didn't know that sharing a little of our great wealth would taste so good. See? Yeah, the writer is trying to deliver a message to teach us an important moral lesson about the importance of sharing. And you all know, guys, sharing is caring. Okay? Now, let's move to the reading comprehension questions. I will read and I will give you clear instructions in order to solve the worksheet. Okay, let's start. A. Refer to the story Nail Soup from page 262 to page 265 to choose the suitable answer for each of the following questions. Circle your choice. Number 1. Who is telling the story? Hmm? Who? Papa? The son Eric? Or an outside observer? Let me explain this. When I say an outside observer, maybe a person who's observing or watching everything without being a part in the story, without being a character, okay? So I'm gonna read something from the story itself. Maybe it's going to help you figure out the answer, okay? I will read. Open your ears. Papa, remember how luscious snail soup was with carrots? I asked. Who said so to his dad? Mm, it's very clear. Scratch your skulls. 2. Which word would best describe Papa? What can you say about Papa? Was he rude, clever and smart, or silly? 3. What healthy foods did the man and his wife add to Papa's nail soup? They added a lot of vegetables, yeah? Let us read the options that we have. Did they add onions and carrots only? Beets and cabbages? Or different kinds of vegetables and meat? Number 4. Where did Eric's Papa place all the soup's ingredients? Where did they put them? Hmm? Or actually, where did Eric's Papa put them? Okay? I have also 3 options here. In a pot of boiling water, in a frying pan, or in a huge jar. This is really easy. Okay. B. Based on the story Nail Soup and the specified pages. Guys, I beg you, when I mention and the specified pages, when I write this, it means that you need to go back to the pages in order to get the answer. So when I say go back to page 263, the answer is there. You just need to go back, read, and get the answer from this page in specific, okay? Answer the following comprehension questions in complete sentences using your own words, okay? Your own writing style, but you need to refer or go back to the pages. And please remember this for me, guys. You need to start with a capital letter and end the sentence with a suitable punctuation mark, okay? Number 1. Why did Eric's father knock at the stranger's door? Why? I'm asking about the reason. You need to go back to page 263. Hmm? To use the toilet? To play video games? To watch TV? I don't know. 2. What did Papa drop into the cup? Oh, we said that. Hmm. He dropped a thing, something, an object. Describe the dropped object. What can you say about it? Was it short, long, curved, crooked, straight, twisted? I don't know. It's easy. You need to go back to page 264. Okay? Now, why was making nail soup a smart choice? Actually, of course, it was a smart, clever choice. But why? Because of what? Maybe because they had a problem at the beginning of the story. They were starving, really hungry, and they needed something to eat, a hot meal or something. And later on, after thinking of this, of making, like, of preparing a nail soup, um, they managed to solve their problem. Hmm? Yeah. Number 4. Figure out the lesson that the man and his wife learned at the end of the story. And you need to go back to page 265 in order to get the answer. And we said that 2 minutes ago. Hmm? The writer here is trying to deliver a message to teach you something. Hmm? Please think and refer to this page in order to what? To figure out the lesson that the man and his wife learned at the end of the story. Remember? Mm. Now let's move to the comprehension skill. And this time it's point of view. What do I mean when I say point of view? Point of view is what a narrator or writer thinks about events or other characters in a story. But how am I supposed to know? I need to look for something. I need to look for details that show what the writer thinks in order to figure out the point of view. Okay? Great. And of course, I have to go back to the lesson, to the story, in order to find these details. Let us read. Reread the story nail soup to complete the following graphic organizer. That's the graphic organizer that I'm talking about. And I said here, in order to complete, because here I got you something, I wrote something for you, so you need to continue to complete it, okay? Reread the story, you need to read it one more time. Great. But what am I supposed to do? I have to look for more clues, more details that show Eric's point of view about Papa, or that tell Eric's opinion of his father. Let us read the first detail. Eric smiles and nods. He knows Papa will get them a warm meal. If you go back to page 263, you're gonna find this detail there. So please, please, please look for more clues in the story, okay, that show Eric's point of view about Papa. So you need to get me two more details and figure out the point of it. And at the beginning of this video, I said something really important about Eric's opinion of his father. Great. Let's continue. Now, what about the genre part? Answer the following yes or no questions to deduce the genre of the story. I will read the questions for you. Just yes, just tick, yes, no, no. As simple as it looks. Let us read together. 1. Does the story have a problem in which the characters have to solve? I mentioned this. 2. Does it usually teach a lesson and deliver a message at the end? Duh, I said it. 3. Does it contain fairies as characters? Did I say anything about fairies? Did I mention anything related to fairies in the story? You decide. B. Based on your answers in the previous question. Pre means before in the question. In the previous question, choose the suitable genre for the story. This is the first mission. The second mission is that you need to support your answer with convincing reasons. When you choose the genre of the story, you need to convince your teacher and support your answers, your answer with reasons. Tell me why. Let us read. The story Nail Soup is a what? Fairy tale or folk tale? Ask yourself, do I have fairies? Did Miss Sophie mention anything related to fairies? If yes, choose fairy tale. No, choose folk tale, and I will convince you. Okay, what do I mean when I say a folk tale? A folk tale is a short story passed from person to person. It always has a problem the characters have to solve, and we said that. And usually has a message or lesson at the end. Okay? Now it's really clear and obvious. Great. What about the vocabulary strategy related to this lesson? Let us check. Oh, root words. What do I mean when I say root words? Let us read. A root word is the simplest form of a word. When you read an unfamiliar word, a new word that you're not familiar with, a word that you don't know. Maybe it's a hard, unfamiliar, long word. You have to look for a root word in it. You have to look for the simplest form of it. Use the root word to figure out the unfamiliar word's meaning. And once you know the root word, when you get the root word of this unfamiliar word, you are going to know its meaning. Let me read the example for you guys in order to understand the concept. On page 264 of Nail Soup, I see the word admiration. I think the root word in admiration is admire. Let us check here. Let us read the sentence in the box. He was clever and charming, and my admiration for him grew. See the word admiration? It's actually a weird, unfamiliar new word for me, and I need to get its simplest form, which is what? Admire. I know the word admire, right? I know admire means to respect or appreciate. So, Eric had a lot of admiration for his papa. That means he has respect for him. See? The moment I get the root word, the simplest form of this unfamiliar word, I'll know its meaning. And that's what we are going to do in the upcoming question. Let us read. Find the root word in each word. So the first thing that we need to find the root word, the simplest form of this word. Then I have to use it to circle the suitable, correct word's meaning. Right. The right meaning. Let us read the note. Miss Sophie wrote something here, and I guess it's really important, so we have to read. Okay? Let us read together. Go back to the specified pages and look for context clues. When I say context clues, I mean by that the words that are in the sentence or in the part that are going to help me know the meaning of the unfamiliar word. Okay? In order to what? To figure out or know the meanings of the words. Great. What's the first word? Aromatic. And it's page 264. What do I mean when I say aromatic? I need to get the root word. So Miss Sophie got you the sentence or the part here. Let's check. Here's the word. I will read it for you. The aroma is good, but it would be much more aromatic with an onion. Have you any old onions? Oh, that's the word. What do you think? What's the root word? What's the simplest form of this word? I will tell you the secret. By the way, it's written in this part. Yeah, open your eyes, you can see it. It's very, very easy. Okay? Once you get the root word, now it's time for you to figure out the meaning of this word. What do I mean when I say aromatic? Does it mean having a nasty smell or having a pleasant wow smell? You decide. Number two, I have the word amazement, and you can find it on page 265. I got you also the what? The part. Let's read. Papa pretended to be surprised by her amazement. Woohoo! But, as usual, he had the perfect answer. What did you expect? He said. I told you it would be flavorful. Mm-hmm. As I said, I need to get the root word, the simplest form of the word amazement, and then I have to decide. Let me read the two choices here in the meaning. Does it mean the state of being astonished? Oh, woohoo, surprised? Or the state of being unsurprised? I guess it's very easy and clear, right? Yeah. Finally, my loves, I have this question. I need to ask you this question, okay? How do you feel when you make good choices? As for me, I feel good. Okay, so I still have one more thing. Just wait for it. Okay. That's a pot. That's a nail. I guess that's the nail that Papa dropped into the pot. Yeah. Oh, also, I guess the man and his wife added what? Meat. Yeah. The man grabbed a variety of spices and meats. They said so. And whoop. Also, cabbages and lots of vegetables. Not all, not they didn't only like drop cabbages. They dropped beets, cabbages, potatoes, green beans, carrots, onions. Lots of luscious vegetables. Okay, that's everything. Thank you for watching.